load of iron ore, 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty. A big ship and true was upon the bitude when the gales of November came early. The ship was the pride of the American side, coming back from some mill in Wisconsin. As the big freighters go, it was bigger than most, with a crew and good captain well seasoned, concluding some terms with a couple of steel firms when they left Pony loaded for Cleveland. And later that night when the ship's bell rang, it'd be the north wind they'd been feeling.
Morning, everybody. Tell you what, I was out there this morning at daylight, and I kind of run out to a little grassy and throwed a speed worm and a few other things, and it just didn't happen with the bass again. I don't know. I'd give it a good try there for a little bit, but I just couldn't catch any bass. So I broke out the trolling rods and put the electronics down, and I could see them. I mean, I could see the specks. They were down on the bottom. I mean, it's cold, kind of interesting down here. When it gets really cold like this, it shoves them specks down low. So I had to slow way down, and I couldn't go with the wind because the wind would, make me go too fast. So I slowed way down, and I put a couple split shots on, and I was bouncing off bottom, and I started catching them. And surprisingly, most of them I caught were like 11 and 12 inches long, and they were fat. So it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I mean, they're gonna really start coming in, because I see them all over the place on the screen. And I was talking to the guys, Mr. Paul and the gentleman over there in the other pontoon boat. Now they were catching them. I mean, they caught like 14, 15, but all theirs were small. But out there in the middle of the river, in the middle of the lake, they were, if you caught one, it was a keeper. You didn't have to measure. One of them ones, is 12 inches long. You don't have to measure it. So, yeah, I really enjoy trolling. I mean, that's probably one of my favorite ways to catch a specks. Minnieing, I enjoy doing minis too, watching the bobber and jigging. I'm not a big on jigging because it's, you got to bend over and you got to, I'm older. I can't hardly, do that too much. So I like to troll for them, and I like to mini for them, and I like to push. Pushing's the only thing. Pushing the spider rigging stuff. You can put like 8 poles out and just move real slow with minis on them and catch them, and I enjoy doing that. So. Yeah, I'm throwing them back. I don't need no more fish. I got plenty of fish in the freezer. The good Lord blessed me with a lot of fish last year, so and I still got those. So I just throw them back. I made several trips back and forth. I wanted to go out of the mouth where I was catching them the other day, but the wind picked up so bad that I didn't go out there. I just stayed right there at the mouth, and I caught plenty of fish right there at the mouth. And them bigger ones, man, they fight. I went up to 6-pound test. I'd like to use 4-pound test, but I get them bigger ones on, and then they break my line. You know what I'm saying? And every once in a while, you get like a 3 or 4, even a 5-pound bass, and the initial strike, they'll break that line. And I don't usually set the drag real talking to Paul there, and Paul's catching them, but they're all small. They're all real small. You know, he's a good crappie fisherman, spec fisherman. He sits right there with minis, and he catches a lot of specks. And this old gentleman here was on the other side when I was going by him. I think he had 4 keepers, he said, and then he caught a bunch of little ones too also. So, but you know, it's better than sitting at the house, which you got to remember, you know, it's better than sitting at the house. You can see the sky. Now, I think this is about 9 o'clock, and you could feel the temperature dropping. I mean, really dropping. It's going to get down in the mid-30s tomorrow morning down here. And I got a bass trip. It's going to be interesting, me trying to put bass in the boat. You know, you have trouble if it gets down 5 degrees. Now, if it drops down 40 degrees, they're really going to get lockjaw. Well, I'll try. We'll give it a try, you know. And if the gentleman calls me this evening, I might, I don't know. It's just going to be tough, you know. But yeah, you can still catch specks when it's real cold like this. But the bass, they really get lockjaw bad, so. Yeah, it won't be long. It'll be lined up down there. I mean, there'll be people all over that mouth of that river there, crappie fishing. Snowbirds will be coming back. They usually come. There's a bunch comes back right after Thanksgiving. You can see a blue chartreuse spinner. I caught it on there, and then right after Christmas, the first of the year, for 8 weeks, this place is blasted down here with people. You know, so yeah, you can see right there, underspin, blue chartreuse. Mafia rods, they're fun to catch on them mafia rods. You know. And then the wind was blowing, you're fighting that too. I'm going through remote controls for some reason on my Mini Coda. I mean, the button pusher seems like. Of course, I use my boat every day, and I use that every day. So, and they wear out. So I guess I had to order one. I used to get them up here on the corner, but they didn't have any. I had to order one off the Amazon. Hopefully it works all right. So, yeah, I had a good morning of fruit with the specks. I mean, I was catching specks. Bass, the bass fishing, can't figure them out. You know, plus, the wind was blowing pretty good out there, and I can give all kind of other excuses, but the bass are there. I just can't figure them out. It'll take me a few times, and I'll get a few.
The picture when the gales of November came early